Guys, so I'm basically gonna be showing you guys how I make my perfect, what do I want to call them, how I make my perfect cooked potatoes. I guess you could say like boiled sweet potatoes. How I make my perfect sweet potato, I have to start all over. Hi guys, so this is going to be a video on how I make my perfect boiled sweet potatoes. The perfect texture for sweet potatoes when you just want, you know, some easy sweet potatoes just to eat, you know, as a snack or, you know, just a small little lunch. So I'm basically going to be making some sweet potato I'm basically going to be boiling some sweet potatoes, and they're going to be the perfect texture and they're just going to be absolutely amazing to eat. I'm going to be making this with some veggie burgers, and this is going to be absolutely delicious. So basically, you just want to rinse the potato off first. You know, it's good to just have a clean sweet potato, rinse off some dirt and extra germs. You know, you want to rinse off all those germs or extra dirt from the sweet potato, from the batch that you pick it from. So basically, while we are cutting our potatoes, we are going to let some water boil. We're going to let the water boil while we are cutting the sweet potatoes. We're going to let this water warm up. And so what I like to do is just cut just potato peel, just sweet potatoes. We don't want the skin on it. I'm not a fan of the skin, unless maybe I'm baking it and cutting it into like fries. You know, I want like sweet potato fries, either like frying it in canola oil or baking it in the oven. All nice and peeled. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the sweet potato. So then you want a nice big knife. You use any smaller knife, it's gonna be very difficult to cut your sweet potato, especially if you don't have a skinny sweet potato. So basically, I'm just gonna cut the end of the sweet potatoes. If you like the ends, I guess you can keep it, I don't know. And those two. And we're gonna just basically try to cut the sweet potato in half. So I'm just going to angle the potato at the best angle for myself. And you just wanna be extremely careful. Whew. And so it's real good maybe sometimes to just like stab it. This is how I do it. You just wanna stab it through the middle and then work your way down. And then cut the sweet potato, and then find that same mark you stab the middle of the potato in, and then work your way down. And then you got two halves of the sweet potato, and then it's easier to kind of like cut them into fries. And then we just cut the middle, and then cut this side, and then you make them whatever sizes you want. You know, do you want like some big chunk potatoes? If you have big chunk potatoes, they're probably gonna extremely take longer to cook or boil. So I'm just gonna kind of cut them into pieces. Maybe I'll keep like some as like fries, but I'm gonna kind of cut them into fries, and they're gonna kind of be like middle. We're gonna just kind of be spontaneous with our sweet potato size shapes. It's gonna be spontaneous. So these are what they're gonna be the size of from a different angle. I'll show you guys. So these are the sizes of my potatoes that I'm basically going to eat as. So these are just a couple of potatoes that I just cut right now. And so our water is basically ready for our potatoes. So we're just gonna throw them in. You know, you can rinse them off again, but they're really well rinsed already. And so we're just gonna go ahead and throw them into the pot. And grab these. If you plop them in there, they're gonna plop, the water's gonna plop back at you, so just be careful. And girl's gonna cut up some more. Oops. So then we're gonna set a timer for a good 10 minutes. I'm gonna do 12 because that's how long my veggie patties are gonna be in the oven. But they're already boiling, or the water is already boiling. I need to grab a fork so it's just better utensils to just use to figure out the texture of the potatoes. But you can feel the texture of the potatoes through the knife or the fork that you're using. And so they're still not really done yet. But yeah, after that good 10 to 12 minutes of them boiling, you can turn it down to like medium low if you want to, so it's not extremely high, and just kind of let that simmer boil for a good 10-12 minutes, and we'll just kind of check them periodically just to see how they're doing. And so while that's boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. Okay guys, so my potatoes are done. These actually basically took, I would say, about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes to cook because I had the water already boiling hot. So I let them, actually I turned this down to like, low. I turned this down to like 3-2 low just to sit for a little while. I let it sit for like maybe a good another 5 minutes on low, and they're an amazing texture. You guys can see here, you guys are gonna poke into it. It's just phenomenal. And the way that just breaks off like that, it's absolutely amazing, phenomenal. And I love my sweet potatoes just being a nice soft texture to eat, as a side, with your meal or whatsoever. So I'm gonna actually season this with garlic seasoning and pepper. Really nice texture, really good. These are my spices that I am going to put on my sweet potatoes. You can choose whatever spices you want. These are just the spices that I'm choosing. And these are your sweet potato, guys. So delicious, so good. I hope you guys liked watching my little please don't add too much garlic powder, pepper, and onion powder like I did. It was a major mistake, but yeah, your girl just kind of had to mix it up with the other sweet potatoes that she made just so it kind of blended out the garlic powder around with the other sweet potatoes. Favorite tutorial, my tutorial. I hope you guys liked watching the way I like to make my sweet potatoes. These are my favorites, and they come out delicious every single time I make them, and I love them. Yeah, I just think they're so delicious. So I hope you guys liked watching this video. Go ahead, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video. See you guys. If I wrote you a symphony